morning. Okay, have a bit of coffee here. Okay, right. Today I'm going to be playing with some alcohol inks. Not on here, I've got some proper stuff, as they would say. So if you are here, if you want to say hello, so I can see there's one. Morning, Tanith. Any chance you could share it into Magic Graphics for me, please? Or have you already done that? You're normally on the ball. But it's only Magic Graphics we're going into this morning. I'm actually going to go over now into my group, because sometimes on here I don't actually see who's commenting, because... Oh, okay, Maria. You might still be... I might not have started, but I know you've seen the alcohol inks before in any case. A bit skewy, isn't it? Let's bring these into view. And some Isapropyl paper. Or Yupo paper. Hi, Linda. You're showing up this morning. You don't have to put your names. StreamYard's decided to like you today. Nice to see you again. Right, I think I will make a start. Tan, have you shared? Have a look. I'll put a note at the top for those that are going to watch this on replay, so they don't have to see me hemming and hawing. Right. Okay. Lovely. Thanks a lot, Tan. Right, just finished my coffee because it was going cold. Right, let's get started. We've done this before. Some may have seen it, some may not. I think I went a tiny bit further yesterday with this. Okay, these are the ones I played about with yesterday. And I'm actually looking at the moment now on a way to seal them. Now, all I can find somewhat at the moment is a suggestion by the name of Kryton or Krylon, and it's Krylon. Let me get rid of that thing going across the bottom. I think you all know who I am now. That anybody watching that's not in the Teri Creating Corner group, then that was that is like the little hub, if you like, or the little centre. Morning, Sally. I guess Sally must be the one that says Facebook user, right? Okay, yeah. What I've done is I've gone over this with some only in the corner some Duraclear matte varnish from Deco Art. I'm just going to see how it works, because a lot of the things I've sort of looked at are more for those that are doing sort of like professional paintings, if you like, or paintings and selling them, and it's to keep their artwork. Apparently it'll yellow over time or what have you, but I'm not at that stage yet. Okay, so alcohol inks, they need to go onto a non-porous surface, so something that won't suck it in. Tiles are great for this. You can actually use it on other surfaces, but they just won't react. They won't go the same. Apparently you can use it on fabric, you can use it on other paper, but they're not going to move about. They're not going to play nicely, and to be honest, you might as well use something else on something if you don't want it moving around. Right, I've got two sorts of Yupo paper here, Yapo or Yupo. One is from the SAA. I didn't get it from the SAA. I think I got it from Amazon. But this is the one that was used by artists. And I've also got some ones that Tim Holtz had made by the UPO company, I believe, just specifically for crafts. Now, there is a difference between the two, I found personally. On the strength of, or the thickness of these, the Tim Holtz one is a lot thicker than the art one. This is more like a papery, whereas this is more card. They're both plastic, so you can't rip them. I'm not gonna have a go because it'll all sort of go wobbly or bend. So personally, I prefer the Tim Holtz. If Stuart's here, he'd say yes, typical, because that's the more expensive one. I'm pretty sure it was anyway. But I'm going to have a go on both of them so you can see how they react differently. I cut them down into little pieces, especially the Tim Holtz ones for demonstration because of it is a little bit expensive. And I see them more as a plaything at the moment. So you need, well, they say you should have a ventilated room. I was going to put my face mask on, but I don't know if I can talk through it. The good thing about the one positive from this COVID wearing face masks is the fact that I was able to play with my alcohol inks yesterday with a face mask on for the duration. Prior to having to wear them, I'd put it on for about a minute and think, oh, I can't be bothered with this. I can't have this on me. But I played quite nicely with it on, but I won't today because you probably won't be able to hear me talk, or will you? Yeah, a well-ventilated room, obviously, because it stinks of alcohol. Can you still hear me? I can still hear me, yeah. Okay, so let's get started. We've got some blending solution, and I've also got some, I can never say this, Isapropyl, which is rubbing alcohol. It needs to be above 90% for the alcohol inks, because I understand they don't have as much movement, and they don't do, I was going to say what you want, they don't do what you want anyway. I've got a Facebook user there, hang on a second. I'm just trying to work out who's who. I can't see. Oh, hi Maria, you've made it. You haven't missed anything because you've seen all this before anyway. So we've got alcohol blending solution, and as I say, you've got the alcohol, the rubbing alcohol. Now the blending solution does what it says. It tends to blend the colours together. I'm still trying to work out exactly how. I can see how it moves them all around, but I'm not got into making different colours with it, if you know what I mean, so blending it around, although I was close to it yesterday. The alcohol, they were both thin, the inks, but this is the one that will bleach it out and thin it the most, okay? This one will move it around, whereas this one will thin it out, okay? I'm taking this mask off, I don't like it, it's too hot. It's too hot while you're talking at the same time. So I'm first going to go for, I've got two types of the UPO, Maria, and I've got the Tim Holtz, the Ranger, which is a lot thicker than the one sold by, well, the one made by SAA. And they do react differently, okay? So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to put some blending solution on each one. Now, today I'm supposed to be doing something for men. Those that don't know, we're going to, when I get stuck for something to do, I'm just playing this little game where Stuart will pick one out of the hat. We go from materials with a project and a theme. So today's materials were alcohol ink. Luckily, the project said demonstration, so I don't have to make anything. But the theme was men. And I'm just going to go on the basis that men like the colours that I'm going to use. It's a bit of a cop-out, but yeah. I'm just going to put a little bit of blending solution. I'm just going to swirl it round like that so you can actually see where the solution is and where it isn't. I'll more come out on that one than this one. You can go up and down, you can do it all over. If you put too much on, then it's going to go over the sides like mine did yesterday, and it's going to go today. So the other tool I like is this puffer thing. You will have seen people using a straw. Now, to use a straw, you have to be very, very, very careful because the slightest take a breath in and you've got alcohol down you, and it's not. I don't suggest it in this climate at the moment because you can't really go to hospital. So, start off with. I'm going to do both the same, okay? So we can see the difference in the how the papers work. I haven't used this one for a while. I'm just going to go along there. Don't know why I'm doing it like that, but I am. And then give me some brown. Should have had a plan, shouldn't I? It's called fossil, but it's not looking like a fossil to me. I'm going to go up and down. So the reason it's moving around is because of the blending solution. Were I to put it over here where there isn't any, and by there, that's how it would go. Looking pretty much the same at the moment. Although, now I think that one, you can see there's, the colour is more than this one. This one seems to have sort of lightened a bit more. I don't know if that's me or not. But without the blending solution, that's how it would be, which means there's nothing wrong with that. You can actually add to it after. Okay. I just have a look. It keeps telling me there's comments. And now it won't let me see them. Okay. Be like that then. I want to know what people are saying. Okay, I won't. I can't see your comments. It stopped. Right. So I'm going to turn it around this way because I haven't got a clue now what I'm going to make. I did have some inkling yesterday. So I'm going to put a bit of green on there, some greenery. And now this at the bottom has not got blending solution. Okay. It has a bit up there. That one's gone. You can see where it's actually gone into the blending solution. Let me bring that down a bit. Let's forget. Oops. Give me a bit. There we go. Okay. Now that is the one on, that's on the Tim Holtz one. And that's on the other one. And that's looking a bit better. Right. So I've got some blending solution left up there. I've got none around there. So this isn't going to give you a comparison because I'm not going to put any more there. I'm going to show you exactly what happens when you put the blending solution on top. Okay. So this is the one that's got blending solution in. This one hasn't. Okay. It will leave holes. Now you can pick it up and help it on its way. You can see what happens as soon as it gets into the blending solution. Now, if you put some blending solution on top of it, I don't want too much. So it'll right. So this here now has blended, and as you can see, it's produced some green. They are translucent. Should I do that without the blending solution? Let me go with. I don't think it mixes, if I remember rightly. Wrong colour to use. Wanted to show if it mixes. It should be. If I use a pink with that blue, then we will see. And see, you've got that's more of a pink than a purple on top. I better do the same on this one now, wouldn't I? Spoiling what I was doing, like I knew. Right. Now you can see it leaves these little holes. For some reason, it stops where it wants to. To do something with them, you could put some blending solution in, and that should have them moving again. Perhaps not into the holes as such. There. Now, what can we do with these? So I think you got the idea of the difference. This is actually smoother. This one is much smoother blending and what have you than the Tim Holtz. I thought I liked these Tim Holtz the best, but I'm not so sure now. That's gone really nice. Right, I'm not gonna, it's not showing me any comments. I have to go across, so bear with me a moment because I need to know if oh, this isn't either. Right, I'm not going to know what people are saying. It's stuck. It's let me. Right, got it now. Okay, so hi Angeline. Yes, I found a hidden Yupo, Louise. Morning. Yeah, it was hidden. I did find it. It was the Tim Holtz one. And of course, now I've got the other one that I bought. I found it. I think it was where I put it in. No, I can't remember where it was now. I thought I'd lost it again yesterday when I went to get it. And I thought, oh no, don't say I've got to change my mind again. Okay, morning, Debbie. No, I didn't see you sneak in, so you're fine. You must have come in through under the desks. Morning, Karen. That's okay. Yeah, okay, so I've done that now. And in the cause of not wasting any paper, I'm just going to take all that off just to show you. You can. Right, let's get a clean. That one will be okay. And I'm going to put some blending ink on this. This is felt. And I'm going to take all this off. I'll leave the other one so that we can I'll put it up there and this on a slant so you can play with that one later. Now, if you've got a tile, I know Angeline was going to do this. Yeah, it is, isn't it? Like a beach, yeah. That's what I meant it to look like. If you've got a ceramic tile, you can actually use that, and you can keep reusing it and playing with these. So they're inexpensive. The only thing you need to splash out on really is the alcohol inks themselves, and 3 would be fine, and the blending solution. The alcohol would be good as well. So now you think that's never going to look like anything again, don't you? A little bit more on there. So it blends it out. You could keep changing. I could keep changing that, and it'll go back to, well, whitish. Okay. You played with them yet, Angeline? But you haven't. Let's take that one off. I need some more felt. I've said this before. I've got I probably would like a round one, but I've got a square one because these little felt things, they're quite expensive when you need to change them all the time and you can't wash them. Well, I don't think you can wash them with alcohol ink on. So I've just bought some felt, which I will cut up. I didn't fancy doing circles. Fancy cutting in circles. But I'm just going to do a play with this like that again, and then we'll get into perhaps doing something that might be structured. I'm going to use, I'm going to go through with the blending solution again. I'm going to go through the center, because this is just a play. Oops. And I'm going to purposely go for different colours. Let's go from some yellow because it's light, and show you how we can actually change what we had down there. I know we had yellow there, but let's go for some light green. Unless you are going to label all the tops, either put them behind one another, or label them, or keep the tops on, I meant, if you're not going to label them, because then I'm going to start blowing it a little bit. I'm going to blow them inwards first of all. It's getting a little bit muddy over there, but and then we'll blow them upwards. I think it's drying up a bit now. A little bit of pink up here. Now this, I was going to say this hasn't got blending underneath, but of course it does from where I moved it off. Just going to turn that round. Give that a bit of a blow. This is very addictive, you know, and very therapeutic. Because then I've never got enough colours. I don't think they've made enough colours for me. Like this when I dye my hair. Oh, that's supposed to be red. Poppy field, so it is. Ooh, now, if that's going to be a poppy, I'm just going to try this out. We could make poppies. Big poppies with a big centre. Yeah. Now what I need to do, should I try to make some poppies in the field? Yeah. So what you can see from that is you can actually clean it off and use it again and again and again. Now, what would I do with these? As I said at the very beginning, if you missed it, I'm trying to find a way to seal them. I'm not trying to find a way. I mean, people out there have done it long before I did. What I tried yesterday or this morning, and it's working well, actually. I don't know how Mod Podge should work. Let's put some of that on first so that we can see after. Because this will actually scrape off. You can keep reigniting it like this I did yesterday. If I put more on top, it would just go. So I'm gonna, this is the rubbing alcohol Isapropyl, if I pronounce it right. Just, I don't want too much. Now, I don't know if you can see all those white dots now appear. So alcohol to alcohol inks, once they're dry, is like water to water colour. Water to water colours. Okay. Yeah, I quite like that black and yellow one. I'll show you how to do them in a minute. So, a bit of a mess here. Oh, see, I put my fingernail in there and it's, I don't need it to dry, do I? Right, should we try and make some poppies in the poppy field? Why not? So, I want some green. I'll make the poppies first. No. This isn't going to work, but we're going to try it. I'm going to go without the blending solution for now. Apologies for that. I have no idea how to turn these things off. And if I do turn these sounds off, you can guarantee I can't get them back on. I turned my phone off earlier this week. And I forget to turn it back on. And I got a call for my vaccination. Of course, I missed it. I called twice. And then they left luckily they left a message on my answer phone on the God, that takes that shows my age, don't it, on my whatever voice thing. And so I did get the vaccination done, but I always forget to turn the thing back on, so I want a little bit of blending to blend it. You might think I know what I'm doing, but I know what I'm doing with the alcohol inks, but I don't know how to make them into something. Although I've managed pretty well yesterday. They sort of come out how I was thinking they would. I think I need probably a little bit more than that. I think I might just go all the way around with the greens, and then I can put the poppies in the middle. I can go in the middle with this. I'm going to put some brown around the edge. Oops, it's not brown, it's pearl. Get out of the way. This brown is called Fossil. I'm not that fussed on. I'm not sure I'm that fussed on it, to be honest. I don't know there. I don't even know where I want it. I know I want some brown in it. That's good enough. This is all see, because I got the blending solution up there, it will tend to mix around. where, can I put some, where's the, I know what I'm looking for. I've lost it. Oh, there it is. I'm going to put some blue in here as well. That's okay, Angela. You only missed the playing. And I'm going to put a few squirts of this just to hurry it up. You can make great coasters with this. You get some ceramic tiles because they're quite, you can get them quite cheap, can't you? Like the tiles that go on the wall. When I can go out shopping again, that's the first thing I'm going to buy is some of these. So I was going to have some blue, didn't I? Let's put some blue in around the edges. And put some yellow in the middle. Sunshine yellow. I do have daffodil as well. Right, without the alcohol, without the blending solution, it will move around, and we won't get it sort of blending into each other, and it won't move as much. God, it's been mingy there with the blue, wasn't I? Okay. And each colour, when you put it on, it thinks it's the boss, so it'll just move everything out of the way, all the other colours. They don't have to do this. This dries it a bit quicker because it's thinning it out, and I like doing it. Okay, so I need that to dry before I do my poppies. Poppies in the middle of this mess. But while it's still wet, how I got those things, we're just taking one of these lollipop sticks or popsicles, I think they're called. In your neck of the woods, Linda, this needed to be wet for me to do it. It's not now. There you are. But it will drag all the different ones, so that's something you can do to make, I don't know, like a plant. A bit like in caustic art, really. That I don't know if any of you do that. Years since I did in caustic art. Might have a little play with that, actually. For those who don't know what it is, it's wax on an iron. It's hot wax, and you make marks with the iron and a few other bits and pieces. I'll put down there. Now, you will have seen people wearing gloves. The reason they wear gloves is because it does tend to stain. Now, I'm looking for, that's fine. Right, poppies. Let me do some poppies. This could all go wrong. Yeah, you can't you? Have you tried it yet, Angeline? It's not going to be very, although poppies are not round, are they? They do have a, love lots of poppies. I should have left the white, I think. Now, what I'm going to do is, oops. I don't know if you can see, I've got all my little alcohol inks over here. There. Okay. I need a little pot. No, I've got some here. I tidied up my trolley, so I can't find anything now. Oh, there it is. I'll use that one. Not pots, I meant pallet, of course. Ooh, I've just got a thought a minute. Bear with me. I've just tied something up. One step crackle. See that to dry a bit, and come back to. Oh, let's say this one, is it? Not sure about that one. Go on this one. That's not dry. Let's go to I'm going to do yesterday's. And I'm going to this crackle finish. Ooh. I can put it on there, can't I? Oh. So I'm just turning my trolley around because my paintbrushes are right down the other end. Where is it? We'll do it where we can see it over the red. And I shall leave that there. I know it takes ages to dry, but we might just see the start of a crackle before the end. It'll be interesting, won't it? Right, let's give it this glaze. I just spied that in the corner then. No. Now I've got to remember what I was really doing. Okay. Whoever loves working with encaustic art, all I've got is Facebook user. Oh, it's Sally. Yeah, I know you. Yeah, I remember that you've actually worked with encaustic art. It is messy. I did it years and years and years ago when we were talking about it last night. I did like a session for beginners last night. I've gone, hang on a minute, because I'm pushing everything out the way. Right. Come back. We did a session last night for card making beginners, and we were talking in there about things you buy at the very beginning, and then you don't know what you do with them. So you have a little play, or maybe not, because you can't remember what you do. And encaustic art was a bit the same. I've just poured a little bit of black in there. Encaustic art was a little bit the same. And we had a go. It didn't look like anything, and gave up. So that's something I might just take back out again. So I'm going to use it with, oh, that went far, didn't it? Needs to be more than that. A bit tight. No, it's not working like I wanted it to. I thought maybe, no, we're going to have to put a drop in there. I just thought maybe that wouldn't make the drop so big. See, that's making it too big. Now I've got a black middle. I think what you need is a great big. I'm determined to make a poppy. We will make a poppy. Right. What I think I'll do is we'll make one big poppy. Let's get some blending stuff down on that. I've got to be careful now. I got 3 tops off. Oh, thankfully, one's Ranger and one's somebody else. Who are they? Couture Creations. Let's bend this out a bit. This will make a lovely poppy. Guess what I'm going to be doing later? To dry really, don't I? I'll be giving this up as a bad job in a minute. If I bring it out that way, this can be a half poppy blowing in the wind. I want some black. Now this time, there we are. It looks like a poppy now, don't it? Oh no, it's yeah, it's a lovely poppy, isn't it? Yeah, Sally. She's really good, isn't she, Tony? Yeah, I love Tony's work. She does everything, Tony. She does. What else does she do? She does silver. I know she does silver clay. Yeah, you must have met at the same time as I did, Sally, on the video course. Yeah, it's a lovely poppy, isn't it, Maria? So I'm going to keep my poppy. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I wonder if I can spoil it by doing, because it'll look a bit black on it if I bring it down from there. No, I ruined it, but it's abstract art. Okay. Right, so we go back to some of these now, and yeah, the only thing they stick without if you don't if you put them on top of one another, which is why I want them sealed. Well, that's worked really well. That whoever came in late, I've used this on there, Duraclean matte varnish from Deco Art. I will try Mod Podge, but I thought that one had more of a chance of working. Yeah, that's worked really, really well. Let's put some, to make sure, I'm going to put some yellow on top. Daffodil, just to. Well, of course it's going to react, isn't it? Because it's a non-porous surface, but yeah. Oh, so we can even go over it. We can layer. Up. But it worked. The varnish worked. So let's ruin that one now. I don't know. I think this might have taken the varnish off. The alcohol's reacted with the varnish and taken it off. So let's mess about. Okay. And what I'm going to do now, should we do a big one now to sort of finish up? Have I got anything in mind? I know what I haven't done. We haven't done the, bring some back in. We haven't done any experiments with this. So let's put some, just some different spots of this on. And so you can see there. Oops. Yeah, it's turned out quite nice, the deco art. Yeah, I thought you meant it in the video class. Yeah. Right, and we'll go for the isopropyl, the rubbing alcohol on this side. Oops. It's okay, just poison myself. I do use a ventilated room. Now that should have bleached it, but it's not. Oh yeah, it's starting to bleach it by there. Okay, so the blending will move it out, whereas this will sort of bleach it. It won't move it as much. It is moving it, but it's bleaching it out a bit more. Okay, so I might use that one again another time. I'm going to cut one in half, and then we'll use a big one. Because I've got one more left. Look, cut this one in half and show you how to use the blending tool. Not for blending, but for putting down the alcohol ink. Now, because the theme was men, I've done this all with men in mind. They would absolutely love these. I know they would. I shall show them to Stuart after, and he'll say this is the best thing he's ever seen. I know. I think this one's become a little bit of a mess now, hasn't it? I'll have to make it better after. We'll make that one better. You can stamp on them, because I have stamped on them, but then what did I use? I think I used archival ink. Where is it? Permanent waterproof one. I think that's the one I used, because I think I did the fairy house over, which I could do again. Let's get a clean thing, and we'll put some different colours on. What colours haven't I used? Oh, this nice twilight. Let's put a dab of that on. We'll put some purple on, because I like purple. It's all looking a bit dark, so let's have a fluorescent pink. That sounds good to me. We'll go with this for now. Now, if you don't turn it around, you're going to get the same patterns, which is fine if that's what you want. If it's a circle, it's much easier. But we can keep going on with this forever. I think this is when I started using a lot. This is why I started getting. So when I started out using them, I was using them on these. Should we do now? Give you some big drops on there. Some purple, some turquoise, even. So that goes in there. that for the background. And then what I can do, I can, I'm not going to use a clean one. I can actually go in with that. And let's start, you see that? It started moving it around a bit. You can also, there's just so much to do with them. I can also, what colour haven't I used? Use purple, I've got yellow in there now. I haven't used red. Let's make another poppy. And then I can also sort of put these in for them to move around. So you can have bigger dots again. I put a bit of blending, so you saw how that moved around, not very much. If I put some blending solution in there, that will move it a bit more. There we go. And it lightens it, of course. And I know what you're going to say. You've absolutely ruined that. I haven't. Because all I need to do is just go back over it. Because, as I say, the ones you put down last, they're boss. They think they're the rule the roost. You watch if I put green on here. It'll start pushing that red out the way. I'm only putting it up by there. You can see it's see that. It's just started pushing the red. It's not having it. Get to it, Angeline. And then, of course, we can come in with my favourite puffing tool. Now, if you want to dry it with heat, then you can use a hairdryer. If you use a heat tool, they get you need a hairdryer on a lower setting. If you use a heat tool, then obviously you're going to start melting the Isapropyl paper. Look at that. And then if we spray some you can go on with this forever. I bought these in little, they came like this. I only bought them because they weren't as expensive as buying a big bottle, but I would get a big bottle now. There's also something then we call as if I invented it, alcohol lift ink. Now that does what it says. It actually lifts the ink off. Am I prepared to use my brayer? I'm going to change this completely, okay? I'm going to get rid of the whole lot with some blender. Oops. So I want to start again. Okay, I know you all like the original bit, but it's like having a blackboard in school. Just get rid of it. And as I say, you probably can take it back to white if you're, well, whitish. It's like with watercolour when you've got the lift off stuff. You'll never get it white, even though I've been told you can. Right, where was I going with this? I was going to lift off, lift out. Just quickly, I got a piece of paper. I don't have any paper. My emergency paper. Now, obviously, it's got blending ink on there. I don't know why I'm spreading it along. All I need to do is do some dots all over the place. I'm not going to blow it. I'm just going to leave it like that. I'm not going to just some. Can't leave it alone, can I? Right, so, oh, am I going to ruin my brayer? Probably, but I can wash it off with alcohol after, apparently. I'm scared. Seen Tracy Sutton from Lavinia do this. It's not something I've invented. Didn't work like hers did at all. Oops, and I don't want this going on here. Oops, I can take this off now. Well, it's not bad, is it? I mean, it's a nice background. I would use that to cut up into stamps. I'm just putting some alcohol on here to reckon the joints in the meantime. Hopefully I haven't ruined that. But I do have another one if I have. I've got two. So, but yeah, that's the sort of thing. Now, if you want to know how to do that, I suggest you go and watch Tracy Sutton from, is it Tracy? No, Tracy Dutton from Lavinia Inks, because she does that really well, and she obviously does her stamps on there. I was a bit scared because I didn't want to ruin my brayer, and wouldn't be quick enough to clean it up. Okay, so what I was going to do is put that to the side, and we're going to have a go on a big one. I know I've gone over the hour, but we'll be quick. It just went very quickly. I didn't do it on the normal mat that I have because it stains. The alcohol ink will stain. Okay, off we go. Yeah, it was, wasn't it? I'm up to date with the new trend, the virus. Right, let's gonna go across the middle, just like that, and then I'm gonna use some of my. I didn't use any raspberry. Making me hungry now, raspberry. When I finish this now, I'm going to think it's Wednesday. Oh, come on, come out. And we're going to finish up by using this, because I like it. I like the way it sort of, and you can also obviously just try and you can manipulate these yourself. It's got black on it because I was using black yesterday. So you can manipulate them out yourself, but I don't want to do that. I was going to say something then. Right, let's put some. Oh God, that's bright. Wow. Well, better result if you can find 91% versus the more easily found 70%. What are we talking about here? Right, blending solution. Rubbing alcohol, yeah, Karen, rubbing alcohol will actually move it around. If you want to make your own blending solution, get some alcohol and put some glycerine in it. That makes it, that will make it move better. It's the glycerine that is moving it, okay? Yeah, 91% alcohol. It bleaches it basically, because the alcohol ink themselves are made up of pigment and alcohol. So it will have the effect of bleaching it, and yes, it will move it around because it is it's a liquid. I would imagine just the same way as if I put these here, it's going to move it out of the way. So the ordinary alcohol will sort of do the same. But if you're going to make your own blending solution, you need to put some glycerine in it for it to work like that, because this basically is alcohol and there's glycerine in it, okay? What was I doing? And glycerine is wonderful for, Sheena used to use it for blending with, which is one thing I was gonna, which was in my, on my list to have a go, well, not have a go with because I've used it before, but when we've been doing blending, but I've never actually got the glycerine out. I keep them, anything I use with the glycerine on, I keep them in a different place because they get a bit sticky, what I find. And probably I couldn't find them at the time what I'm doing now. But you'll find it works better if you put a bit of glycerine in. I think glycerine you can get at the drugstores quite, well, it's quite cheap over here. And everything that's marketed or made specifically for crafters, like the Ranger stuff, is always more expensive. Mm-hmm. I'll just play it. Because if I'll show you now with the alcohol ink. Yeah. Yeah, I got it from there. Yeah, it is glycerine in it because that's the thing that will move it. This actually, although it'll give it movement, it's as you can see, it's bleaching it. Whereas if you put the blending solution in, it'll move it. Although it's bleaching it as well, it's actually moving it. Whereas this isn't. You can see. There we go. I've forgotten where I was going with this. I don't like that big hole there, so let's drop some black in. No, I didn't like that black. I like the black, but I don't think I want to see it in the middle of there. Daffodil, we haven't used daffodil yet. I know what I'm missing. I'm lacking orange. Some red ink. That was red. And I'm going to use this because I just think, well, depending on what you're doing, of course, I like the way that this sort of ends it. Gives it some character. It's a good word, isn't it? And I do actually like the way that the alcohol leaves some nice little virus-looking things in there. But I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that. But a man would really love that. Do you think? That's okay, Karen. Whatever I pick up, I'm more than happy to share. I just like learning about all this. A bit sad, I know. But I watch loads and loads. If I've got something in my head, like, oh, let's go and have, I want to play with alcohol inks, I'll spend hours and hours looking for all different ones. So I came across that tip about the glycerine. Can't remember when or where, but I did. So that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed it, because I know I didn't come out with an end product apart from I'll just show this to Stuart and say, there you are, that's for you for Valentine's Day. And he'll go, oh, isn't that wonderful? I know he will. And I will be back. Yeah, it is the science. I was never very good at science, to be honest. In fact, I hated science. I hated history, and I've just come back into. I love history now. They're awful. When I think it probably had something to do with the teachers, to be fair. So yeah, I'll see you all Wednesday. I'll get Stuart to pick out. I tell you what. No, I can't, because there's too many of you. You'll all give me numbers, and there you go. I know what I was going to do. What I was going to say is pick out a number, but there's too many of you, and you'll all pick a different number, and I'll be stuck doing where I was in the first place, not knowing what to do. So yeah, Stuart will pick out some numbers. I've got all these different things numbered, like dies. There's even jewellery on there. So one week I will do that. I've taken it out for now because I'm not sure how many would appreciate that. So I've taken that out for now. I've taken quilling out because I did quite a bit of that before Christmas, but they will go back in. So they're numbered, and Stuart will pull them out. So I've got the materials, and then I've got like the dies or whatever I'm using. Then I've got the project. Today, thankfully, was demo. I think we got things like tags, card. What else have I got? There's a few of them, and then we got themes. There's lots and lots of things there. It could be into gothic, fantasy, steampunk, men, women, occasions. So there's a lot there for. Oh, would you, Maria? Right, I will put jewellery back in again then. Okay, I can do a beginner's. I'm just going to say workshop course. No, I can do a beginner's jewellery thing ever so easy. In fact, I could do a workshop for. Let me think about that, because that was what I was doing for about 4 or 5 years, I think, alongside card making, and then I went solely to jewellery. So it's coming back to me that that's something I would like to do. I was mostly wire work to make dangles for journals. Yeah, okay, yeah, rather than rings and bracelets. That's the sort of thing I was looking at. Cost of it all, we can do that. I actually can put kits together for that, Maria, at a very cheap price, because I don't know if anybody know, I had a unit in a market nearby, and I do have loads of stock of jewellery, certainly beads and stuff left. A lot of them are semi-precious stones as well, so you'd be getting an absolute bargain. Yeah, okay, let me think about that one. What I would do if I was doing not a workshop, if I was doing a demonstration sort of thing, I would probably do a pair of earrings or something like that, just to show you how the little components go together. And of course, making earrings, that would be like a dangle for a journal, okay, and key rings and things like that. So yeah, I will put jewellery not back in the pot. I'll put jewellery back in my head, and I'll do something for that. Right. Yesterday I had in the group, in Teri's Creating Corner, we had a little meeting for beginners. And what I'm going to be doing is probably once a month, I'm going to do something that's literally for beginners. We're going to have a question and answer session either next week or the week after. They're going to, a lot of them have got a lot of stock that they've bought and put in boxes and don't know what to do with them, because, you know, you buy these things and I should have the camera up, shouldn't I? But no. You buy these things and then you forget how to use them. Now I'm guilty of that as well, which hence I'm going through learning properly now about things. So yeah, it's open to anybody, obviously, to watch the lives. We're gonna do a questions and answers topic, because I've started putting topics in our group. If you're not in the group, please do come and join. I will put a link here. There's going to be a topic of what do I do, it's called. I've already put it up. If you've got any questions, if anybody's got any questions, like I've got these alcoholics, what do I do with them? Number one, they could be a project for me to do on a live on a Wednesday. Number two, I could possibly do a workshop from it. Number three, I could perhaps do it on the beginners one, depending on how complex it is. Okay. Jump rings and wire. Oh, Maria, that's so easy. Yeah, no, that's not a problem. I can do that. In fact, that will be coming sooner rather than later. Okay. Yeah, that is exactly where I would start with jump rings, because if you don't know what to do with jump rings and jewelry making, if you don't know what to do with jewelry making jump rings, then you're left with just doing stretchy elastic band bracelets, basically. So yeah. Okay, then I'm going to leave you now. It's Friday. I'm going to hope that I don't think it's Wednesday and start doing Wednesday worky things, because it's the weekend. And I will leave you then. See you all next Wednesday at 11 o'clock, same time as normal next week. Okay, so hope you enjoyed it, and bye for now. Bye.